we're at the end. Why is that at the end?
Wake them up.
Sorry, that's the end of the presentation. Let me just, don't know why that happened. Great. So I'm Barry Morris, founder and CEO of NuoDB. We're actually a grad circle company, which means we were here last year. And if you don't recognize us, that's because we changed our name. We were NimbusDB. And I want to talk to you about elastically scalable databases. What we've got here is actually something from Oracle. This is from their white paper, and it's how they recommend that you support, let's say, a small Facebook using MySQL. And it's absolutely horrible. What you've got is master-slave replication. You've got sharding. You've got caches. You've got denormalization. You've got replication in order to get backups. You've got replication in order to do all sorts of things. It's a really horrible, horrible solution. It kind of works. But you know what? It doesn't scale. If tomorrow by lunchtime you needed to do 3 or 4 times the amount of throughput because there's some kind of announcement or some event going on out there, you just can't get this system to go 3 or 4 times faster. So it's a broadly kind of adequate solution, very expensive solution for today. It's not a good solution for tomorrow, and you wouldn't want to be doing anything like this in the long run. Why is this a problem? Well, there are some powerful systems out there, Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, and so on. And they have 2 great things about them. The first is the power of SQL. Set-based access is proven to be the right level of abstraction for data manipulation for the last 30 years. No reason to believe that that needs to change. SQL is everywhere. It's the way to do things if you can do it that way. The second thing is reliable guarantees about data, that the data is actually there, that it's reliable. That's transactionality. That's what we call asset transactions. And so those 2 things are very powerful. But there's a problem, which is that you can't go to one of those systems and say, now run on 16 machines. And if it's not going fast enough, now run on 50 machines. And after that, run back on 10 machines. You can't do that. That's scalability. That is the holy grail of databases. And it's regarded by many people as an insoluble problem. And I'm here to tell you that it's been solved. What you're looking at here is our console. To the left is actually a list of machines. You go along to that. You right-click on one of those machines. You say, add this to the running database. It goes faster. Simple as that. Here's the system compared on one machine to MySQL. And you'll see that, just broadly speaking, it's between 2 and 20 times faster running a standard database benchmark. Of course, it's not about one machine, and this is much more interesting. It's about adding a second machine. So someone went to that console. They clicked on one of those machines. They said, add this machine. It went from 2,500 transactions per second to over 7,000 transactions per second. You could take away either of those machines, their peers, the system would keep going. So you say 2 machines is not very interesting, Barry. That's true. And this is 9 machines. And here you can see it running at 27,000 transactions per second. This is 9 times faster than MySQL can run on a single machine. It just keeps scaling out. This is, of course, on-premise. This is in your data center. Can you do it on the cloud? Yep. You know, it's, the EC2 infrastructure is actually a horrible infrastructure for running distributed databases on. But there you see it, linear scale out. And people ask, well, you know, how many machines can you scale to? We haven't got customers today that need it to scale a great deal more than this. But in the labs, we're scaling it to 30, 40, 50 machines. We're in beta at the moment. By the time we get to GA, it's going to be a lot more than that. So a genuinely scalable, relational SQL ACID database. What is it that we're targeting? The next generation applications, particularly web-scale applications, are going to be very, very different. Huge data sets, huge concurrency, very low latency requirements, very high transactional throughput requirements, very high reliability, geodistribution, lots of things that people are really, really wanting but have kind of given up on because they don't think databases can do it. I'm here to tell you that we can check off most of those things on that list already, and we're very soon going to be checking off the rest of them. I'll talk about one particular customer. We're in beta, so this is a beta customer. It's an independent software vendor. And I picked them because what's interesting is to just demonstrate that this really is a SQL database. What they have is a very complex database system. It's 500 tables. It's hundreds of concurrent threads. It's currently running on, I think it's Oracle. And they were able to just switch Oracle out, put NuoDB in there. What do they get? Well, the first thing they get is performance on one machine. More importantly, add $1,000 nodes, and you go a lot faster. And thirdly, that it's something that can now run anywhere. Run in your data center, run in the cloud. Take your pick. Change it next Monday if you want to. And of course, much, much cheaper because the traditional database vendors are turning up with a big appliance and saying, give us $1 million for this thing. This is a download, very simple product. You can download it. It does just what you can do with traditional databases, except that it scales. Running out of time here. So it's a download model. You're familiar with those. It's a freemium model. A small system is free forever. And we scale out on an annual subscription basis. And then a little bit about the company. We're going to GA later this year. We've got something over 400 people in our private beta program. We're backed by a rock star team of investors, including Mitchell Kurtzman, the former CEO of Sybase. You're going to see some more of that stuff along the way. I think I just about made it in time. Please catch me after the session.